Okay, let's talk about something really frustrating. Have you ever felt like you've got years, maybe even decades of real hard won experience, but online it's like you don't even exist? You're basically invisible. Well, today we're going to break down exactly why that happens and, more importantly, how to fix it and fast. So let me just ask you point blank, does this sound like you? You know you're good, you know you can get people amazing results, but when you look at your LinkedIn profile or your website, it just doesn't connect. It doesn't scream expert. You're effectively an expert hiding in plain sight. All right, here's the first thing I want you to get. And honestly, it should be a huge relief. The problem isn't you, it's not your skills, it's not your experience. It has everything to do with how you're talking about what you do. Your ideal clients aren't choosing to ignore you. The truth is, they literally can't see your value through the fog of your messaging. So let's dive right into the real reason this is happening. It all comes down to something I call the language of tasks. It's the default way almost every professional describes what they do, and it's the very thing that's making you invisible. Okay, take a look at this. I bet you've seen a sentence just like it 100 times. It's a totally accurate description of what a quantity surveyor does, right? It lists all the services, cost estimating, BOQs, which stands for bills of quantities, by the way. It's professional, it's accurate, and it is boringly generic. And this right here, this slide just nails the disconnect. On the left, you think you're being thorough, showing your wide range of skills, but on the right is what the client actually hears. It's just a list of jargon, a bunch of tasks that sound exactly like the last 10 people they looked at. Nothing stands out. Absolutely nothing. And here's the crucial point. A list of your services is not strategic positioning, it's just a laundry list. And when your message sounds just like everybody else's, the only thing a client has left to compare you on is your price. And believe me, that is a race to the bottom you do not want to be in, okay? But here is the good news. There is a way to fix this, a really powerful way to cut right through all that noise. It's a simple framework built on what I call the 5 pillars of clarity. This is how you stop being invisible and start becoming the obvious choice for your ideal clients. So here's the path forward. It's a step-by-step process. First, you need total clarity on who you serve. That's your niche. Then you need to be crystal clear on the specific painful problem you solve for them. Next, you have to understand that ideal client inside and out. All of that feeds into your message. And then finally, the most important piece of the puzzle, absolute clarity on the tangible outcomes you deliver. And that brings us to the biggest mindset shift you need to make. It's all about moving from that language of tasks to the language of outcomes. Think about it. Nobody hires a consultant because they just love procurement support. No, they hire a consultant to get a specific result, to make a painful problem go away. This is such a great illustration of the difference. Just look at these phrases. These are the things that actually matter to a client. These are the things that keep them up at night. They aren't buying cost estimating, they're buying better cost control. They're not buying contract support. They're buying reduced risk and fewer surprises. See the difference? This language gets attention because it speaks directly to their pain points and their goals. So, what really happens when you make this switch, when you stop talking about what you do and start talking about the results you get for people? Well, the change is pretty much immediate, and it is incredibly powerful. First off, your content, your social media posts, they suddenly start to work. People stop scrolling past you because you're no longer just another expert listing services. You're the one person who seems to get their challenges. This clarity transforms your profile from, a boring old resume into a magnet for your ideal client. They land on your page And for the first time, they instantly see the value you create, not just the tasks you perform. And as a result of all this, you're suddenly seen as a strategic partner, not just another person they can hire to do a task. This is how you build real authority. This is how you command respect in your industry. And what's the natural result of having that authority? More opportunities, way more. You get more messages, more inquiries, and more of the right kind of clients start reaching out to you. The work actually starts coming to you. Okay, so let's put this all together into one single powerful new strategy for how you show up online. And trust me, it's way simpler than you think. It's all about working smarter, not just harder. And this is it. This is the big takeaway. If you remember one thing, make it this. Forget all that pressure to be online 24/7, just churning out endless content. Your goal isn't volume, it's clarity. One single post that speaks clearly to a client's desired outcome is worth 100 posts that just list your tasks. So I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about. If you had to boil it all down, what is the single most important outcome that your clients are actually buying from you? Don't think about the process, don't think about the task, think about the transformation you provide. If you can answer that clearly, you have found the key to unlocking your visibility.